Welcome, fellow science enthusiasts, to a show so mind-boggling, so exhilarating, and yes, maybe a tad terrifying, that you'll be glued to your seats. Today, we're diving headfirst into the world of scientific experiments that almost turned our beloved planet into a cosmic dust bunny. From accidental black holes that could have swallowed us whole to nuclear close calls that would make your hair stand on end, we're about to embark on a wild ride through history's biggest scientific oopsies. Imagine, if you will, a world where one wrong calculation could have turned our atmosphere into a giant fireball or unleashed enough antimatter to make the Big Bang look like a firecracker. Buckle up, science fans, because things are about to get explosively interesting. And before we blast off, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more science shenanigans. Our story begins in the 1940s, a time of wartime tension and groundbreaking scientific discoveries. Picture this. The world's brightest minds huddled in secret labs, racing against time to develop a weapon so powerful it could end a war. Enter the Manhattan Project, a top-secret initiative with one goal: to unleash the atom's devastating power. Now, splitting the atom was the scientific equivalent of opening Pandora's box. Sure, you might find some cool stuff in there, but you're also unleashing a whole lot of chaos. The scientists knew they were playing with fire, literally. One big concern: the possibility of igniting the atmosphere. Imagine a global barbecue, but instead of juicy burgers, we're the main course. I'm talking about a runaway chain reaction that would set the very air we breathe ablaze. Thankfully, these brilliant minds weren't just reckless daredevils in lab coats. They crunched the numbers, ran simulations, and double-checked their work. And thank goodness they did. The world breathed a collective sigh of relief as the atmosphere remained untoasted. The Manhattan Project serves as a stark reminder that even with the best intentions, scientific progress can have unintended consequences. It's a balancing act, folks, between pushing the boundaries of knowledge and making sure we don't accidentally blow ourselves to smithereens. But hey, that's science for you, always keeping us on our toes. Fast forward a few decades to 2008, when scientists at CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, decided to build themselves a giant underground particle racetrack. They called it the Large Hadron Collider, or LHC for short. And it was designed to smash particles together at mind-boggling speeds, nearly the speed of light. The goal? To unlock the secrets of the universe? No biggie. But as with any good science experiment, there were a few concerns. Whispers of black holes and doomsday scenarios began to circulate. Could this colossal machine, built to unravel the fabric of reality, accidentally create a cosmic vacuum cleaner that would devour the Earth? The media had a field day, churning out headlines that would make your heart skip a beat. But fear not, brave viewers. The scientists at CERN weren't about to let a little thing like the end of the world stop them from their quest for knowledge. They reassured the public, explaining that any black holes created by the LHC would be infinitesimally small and would evaporate almost instantly. And guess what? They were right. The LHC roared to life, smashing particles and pushing the boundaries of physics, while the Earth continued to spin merrily on its axis. No black holes, no cosmic catastrophes, just a whole lot of groundbreaking science. It's a reminder that sometimes the biggest threat to humanity isn't a giant planet-eating void, but our own imaginations running wild. Now let's rewind the clock back to the 1960s. A time of Cold War tensions and one-upmanship on a global scale. The Soviet Union, not to be outdone in the who has the biggest boom department, decided to create a weapon so powerful it would make even the most hardened general weak in the knees. They called it Tsar Bomba, and it was the nuclear equivalent of flexing your muscles so hard you could feel the Earth tremble. This 50-megaton behemoth was the most powerful nuclear weapon ever detonated. To put that in perspective, it was like setting off 3,800 Hiroshima bombs at once. Yeah, you heard that right. The explosion was so massive it shattered windows hundreds of miles away and sent shockwaves rippling around the globe. Scientists held their breath, fearing that this colossal display of might could crack the Earth's crust or throw our planet's magnetic field into disarray. But much to everyone's relief, Earth took the punch like a champ. Tsar Bomba remains a chilling reminder of the destructive power we possess, and a testament to our planet's resilience. It's a good thing Earth has a thick skin because we humans sure know how to push our luck. Collider's antimatter antics, a tiny explosion with huge potential. Let's journey back to CERN, where scientists continue to tinker with the universe's building blocks. This time, they're playing with something called antimatter, the mysterious twin of regular matter. Now, antimatter is like the evil twin of regular matter. When they meet, they annihilate each other in a burst of pure energy. Sounds exciting, right? But hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get really interesting. What if, by some cosmic mishap, scientists accidentally created too much antimatter? Could a tiny speck of this volatile substance trigger an earth-shattering kaboom? In theory, yes. In practice, not so much. You see, the amount of antimatter produced at CERN is infinitesimally small, like trying to light a bonfire with a single spark. It's enough to make you go ooh and ah for a fraction of a second, but not enough to cause any real damage. So, while antimatter might sound like the perfect ingredient for a supervillain's doomsday device, it's more of a scientific curiosity than a world-ending threat. At least for now, we're safe from the antimatter apocalypse. But hey, that's science for you, always keeping us on our toes. Operation Fishbowl nuclear fireworks in space. Hold on tight, because we're about to blast off into the 1960s, a time when the space race was in full swing and the sky was no longer the limit for scientific exploration. The United States, eager to understand the effects of nuclear explosions in space, embarked on a series of high-altitude tests called Operation Fishbowl. Now, detonating nuclear bombs in space might seem like a recipe for disaster, but hey, who are we to judge? One particular test, Starfish Prime, involved launching a 1.4 megaton bomb 400 kilometers above the Pacific Ocean. The result? A spectacular light show that would make the northern lights look like a flickering candle. This artificial aurora was visible from Hawaii, and while it might have been a sight to behold, it also wreaked havoc on electronics, knocking out streetlights and telephones. Oops, scientists worried that this high-altitude blast might have fried the Van Allen radiation belts, which act like Earth's protective shield against harmful space radiation. Luckily, the Van Allen belts proved to be more resilient than we thought, and our planet didn't turn into a giant microwave. Operation Fishbowl serves as a reminder that even with the best intentions, our actions can have unintended consequences. It's a good thing Earth has a thick skin because we humans sure know how to push our luck. Our final stop on this whirlwind tour of scientific mishaps takes us to the realm of conspiracy theories and unexplained phenomena. Buckle up, because things are about to get weird. Legend has it that in 1943, the US Navy attempted the impossible to make a warship disappear. This wasn't just any magic trick. It was a top-secret experiment dubbed the Philadelphia Experiment. The goal? To render the USS Eldridge invisible using electromagnetic fields. What could possibly go wrong, right? According to the stories, the experiment went haywire, causing the Eldridge to vanish into thin air, only to reappear moments later with its crew fused to the metal hull. Yikes! While the official story is that the Philadelphia experiment never happened, conspiracy theorists and sci-fi enthusiasts alike continue to debate its validity. Was it a government cover-up, a rip in the space-time continuum, or simply a tall tale that spiraled out of control? We may never know for sure, but the legend of the Philadelphia experiment serves as a reminder that science and the unknown often go hand in hand. So there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the world of scientific experiments that almost turned our planet into a cosmic whoopsie. From near-nuclear meltdowns to accidental black holes, we've seen firsthand that the quest for knowledge can be a risky business. But through these near misses and cosmic oopsies, we've learned some valuable lessons about the importance of caution, the limits of science, and the resilience of our little blue planet. So let's raise a glass to the brave and sometimes reckless scientists who dare to push the boundaries of understanding. They remind us that progress isn't always pretty, and sometimes you have to break a few test tubes to make a groundbreaking discovery. Here's to more discoveries, fewer disasters, and the occasional belly laugh along the way. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep that scientific spirit alive.